Cliff the Dark Knight, I think if KP fizzles out this year, we're stuck with him for 2 years unless we make a move in the draft, free agency, or trade this year. The QB draft next year is weak, as is the free agent quarterback class in 2025. I just don't think you can be basing your moves off of how good a quarterback class is in the future, because you don't know what pick you're going to have.
Yeah.
How good, how good or bad your team is going to be for that upcoming season to, I guess, slot you at a certain spot in the draft. Like you can't predict that, and you don't know what some of these quarterbacks are going to do in college. Did anyone project Joe Burrow to have the season he had
Or
at LSU
Jordan
for
Travis
senior
to get
year?
hurt when he got hurt?
Yeah. And some of these top classes that have been ranked and predicted to be so high have also been not good. Not good at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about the Trevor Lawrence one. That was such a highly touted quarterback class. Trevor Lawrence is a top guy, and there's still questions out there about him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still have faith in him, but for a dude that we said was can't miss, just for a class that we thought that was going to be can't miss, with him, Fields, Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, Trey Lance, my God, it's been anything but. So that could be the same thing here. Like, what if Caleb Williams doesn't pan out to be what we expect? Now, again, I still think his floor is really high. He should be really good. But what if he doesn't? What if he's Trevor Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence-esque in his first 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Drake May, Penix, McCarthy, Bo Nix. I don't know. What if they don't pan out? I'll put it to you this way: it's not a far stretch to say that, some of these guys out of these 5 or 6, many are projected in the first round, might not pan out.
Yeah.
Like how everyone's expecting.
Bro. That's very legitimate.
And then for the next quarterback class, you got Shadur Sanders. You got this one dude from Texas A&M. Everyone's really talking up. Like, he's flying under the radar. He's been hurt. But, what if he goes off and has this crazy Heisman type of season and catapults himself into the top 5? Like, there's just so many variables in so many ways. Things can change from now until the next draft. Yeah, I guess is what I'm saying.
And let alone 2 years, because he said 2 years.
Yeah, I think it's insane to just be going off of that.
No, I would agree with you.
It's like, what if Tua is one of those examples. Right? Everyone's like, tank for Tua. It's like, bro, he ended up going number 5.
Yeah, honestly, man, I know where your mindset is, Cliff the Dark Knight, in terms of the urgency. I just think that you're pointing it in the wrong direction. I don't think the urgency should be based off of what you feel a potential draft class might be this year or 2 years from now, because we also know that if you truly are in a bind for a quarterback, if you want to go get one, you can get one. They're just going to cost a lot. But let's not act like we haven't seen the Jets didn't draft Aaron Rodgers, The Denver Broncos, they didn't draft Russell Wilson, Seahawks didn't draft Geno Smith, man. So it's like you can find dudes and come in here and play and win. They do cost, though. They do cost a lot. And that's part of it. But what I would say more so is I think the urgency to me falls on the side of TJ Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick. We already said Cam is getting up there, right? Everything that we talk about in our equations, it factors in us having the best defensive player, right? To us, at least, in all of football. And then we got Minkah, who's the best, or arguably the best safety in football, right? So with that, those dudes are getting older. With that, you do know that clock is starting to tick a lot more. How long is Cam here? We don't know that. So I think if I was going to operate with a little bit more sense of urgency, I think I'm more so looking at that as to why when I talk about it being a little bit more aggressive, or a lot more aggressive with the quarterback market in terms of who I'm trying to acquire via free agency or trade. I think that's kind of where my mindset is, not what does this draft class look like in the next year or 2 years? Because to me, the draft is a crapshoot. That's one of the big reasons why you don't see me put as much stock in player picks or rookies over proven veterans. I would much rather have the proven commodity than somebody coming out of college that I have to hope can learn the game, can stay healthy, can not get swallowed up by the lifestyle and everything else in between. So, you know, that's kind of like I said, my mindset with it. But I definitely understand why you have some urgency though with that though, man.